What is up, everybody? It is Lawrence, and today we have the follow-up to my most watched video, which is the VaporMax utility from last year. The new 2019 model came out a couple weeks ago, and we're going to take another chance to look at the newest model that looks completely and utterly different than the old VaporMax utility. And here it is, the VaporMax utility 2019. So let's start with the upper like we always do. This is where there's going to be the biggest change. You have a very fuse-like upper on the very bottom, and there's a lot of patterning throughout, and it changes all throughout the rest of the shoe. So in the front over here, it's a little bit raised. Then you have little bumpiness over here as well, and it kind of smooths out over here where the swoosh is. Then you have little dimples back here, and then you have a nice little heel clip in the back, and then also really reinforced fuse all throughout this entire shoe. So that run throughout. You also have the, I would say infamous, no one actually knows the name of this material. Nike, if you're listening, which I know you're not, please let us know what this material is actually made out of. But it's basically that scratchy material that's super breathable. And that's over there in the middle. And you have a nice little teal slash blue, baby blue, actually not teal, baby blue swoosh with yellow on the very back over here with the heel clip, and that's really it for the upper in terms of the materials. Then you obviously have 3M hits all over the place. You have 2 3M hits in the front over here. That's the two pieces of the shoe back here in the front, and then you have it over here as well. And really, that's about it. So the second part of the upper is actually this neoprene booty that sits on the inside. So if you look at this is actually just the outside layer where the fuse as well as kind of other materials and design cues are. But as you move into the inside, it's a completely soft little neoprene, pretty lightweight inside. And then that actually is part of the tongue itself, so it's a one-piece booty. And then you have this little lace locking system, which I actually don't love from Nike. They obviously do this for almost all their utility-based shoes, but I don't know, like I'd rather actually have laces here. But I do like the color pop, so the yellow color pop is awesome. And then you do have a VaporMax on the tongue right there, done in red. And I do like that color pop as well. Just overall, the colors of the shoe I really do like. And then to finish it off, you have a tongue tab in the front, and then you also have a tab in the back for the heel. Moving into the midsole and outsole, you have a Cushlon midsole that you can see all throughout, and you can probably see the word Cushlon right there. And that's a softer foam that's on the top layer before the VaporMax unit. The VaporMax unit is done in this smoky grayish that's transparent, and you can see right through it, which is kind of cool. And then on the outsole, you have your typical VaporMax base pattern. I'd say that the rubber I don't feel like is actually much more durable than the previous version, if I remember right, or any other VaporMax. I don't think there's extra treading here, so actually that's a little interesting. But that's really about it on the shoe. So what are my thoughts on this shoe? I actually like the design a lot. You know, the VaporMax, if people don't know, is actually marketed for running, which is not great for it. So I would definitely not recommend running these, but I've been walking around with these for about 2 days or so, just on and off. I've actually had some shoe changes beyond that, and I'd say they're pretty comfortable. The upper is actually a lot more flexible than I expected. My foot kind of conformed to it almost instantaneously, and so I didn't actually need to adjust the upper by any means, which is kind of good when it's not a Flyknit based upper, to have something that's pretty flexible and light, especially for a utility shoe. I did run it against some water just to see how it would fare. I'd say that the fuse on the bottom, you know, I definitely would not be running in the rain where it's completely and utterly crazily wet. But I would say that if you had shallow water and you actually kind of step into a puddle or something like that, this fuse material seems to at least like shed or water resist a little bit. I don't think it's gonna, if you soak your foot in the water, it's not gonna do very much, but I think it's just enough. And that should be about it when it comes down to the shoe itself. Comfort-wise, I'd say it's good. If you love the VaporMax, I'd say that it's a better version of the VaporMax because of the Cushlon sole. If you don't love the VaporMax, you're probably not going to love the shoe, but it might be a little in between for you, so definitely take a look at that. The other thing about the shoe is I went true to size on these, and they fit perfectly. I would definitely go with your regular VaporMax size if you know what that is. Otherwise, I would go with your true to size Nike size. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And that's it, guys. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you like the video, definitely hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to. But until next time, this is the VaporMax Utility 2019. Peace.